Okay, right. Let's understand. So the one we have been taking care about in working with this particular selenium, we are trying to get understand and write and started writing with the program in Selenium WebDriver. I mean, the requirement is we need to be get taking care about in doing with the programming in Selenium WebDriver. Our target, our requirement, we have to take care about in writing with the programs in Selenium WebDriver. If you want to be get, if you want to be get, write with the program in Selenium WebDriver. If you want to be get, write with the program in Selenium WebDriver, we need to be get taking care about the first activity, object identification, identifying particular object. So how to identify that particular objects, that is what previously we have been done. Along with that, we have to take care about the syntax of core Java. I mean, while working Java programming, while working Java programming, if you want to be get while working with the Java programming, if you want to be get work with Selenium, what are all that particular syntax is required, that is what we done. So previously we are already done with object identification and then we done with core Java syntax. Now taking with the help of both the things, we need to be get coming up with writing with the program in Selenium. Further, according to our understanding, according to our understanding, if you want to get, if you want to get, start work with the Selenium. If you want to be get, start work with Selenium. What we require? To work with Selenium, what we require? Manual test cases. Okay. If you want to work with automation testing, what we require? If you want to work with automation testing, what we require? Test cases. Okay. If you want to work with Selenium, what we require? What is that? Don't be confused. Don't be confused. If you want to be get, start working with Selenium. If you want to be get, start working with Selenium, we required, what we required? Jar files here. If you want to be get, start working with the Selenium, you required jar files here. Once jar files are available, once jar files are available, based on jar files, based on jar files, what we can access? Based on jar files, what we can access? What is it? Packages. Based on the jar files, we can access packages. Based on packages, what we can access? What we can access? Class. First is jar files. Based on jar files, packages. Based on packages, class. Based on class, what we can access? What we can access? Method. Okay. Considering with method. What is the use of the method? What is the use of the method? To get perform any action. The use of the method, the use of the method to get perform any action. Performing any action, performing any action is nothing but performing any action is nothing but developing automation script. Performing any action is nothing but developing automation script. Developing automation scripts. Developing automation scripts done based on manual test cases. Developing automation script is done based on manual test cases. Now, see the whole understanding. See the whole understanding. Considering that the one you will be taking with jar files here. So as simple as your whole understanding requirement is need to be get start work with selenium. Selenium to work చేయాలి. If you want to work with selenium, if you want to be get start working with the selenium, what we required? What we required? Jar files has been required. Now, once we got that particular jar files, once we got that particular jar files, based on that particular jar files, based on that particular jar files, what you can access? Based on jar files, what you can access? Packages. Based on packages, what you can access? Class. Based on the class, what you can access? Method. Use of the method. Use of the method to perform any action. That particular action is nothing but developing automation script. That automation script we need to be get developed based on manual test cases. So now we have to take care about, we need to take care about in following with this particular the whole hierarchy while working with the selenium automation, while working with the selenium automation, we need to be get taking care about in working with these particular activity. Now let's continue to work with these particular things. To work with these particular things, we required an jar files. So how we can get jar files, how to access, how to utilize all that particular jar files, everything will understand. So to get started doing the programming with selenium, to get started doing the programming with selenium, need to be get doing this particular programming hierarchy. Okay. Along with this, you need to be get taking care about. Along with this, you need to be get taking care about and followed with some selenium setup. I mean, before getting started working with the selenium, before getting started working with the selenium, you have to make sure that your system is ready with all the setup here, or else it's not like only your system. When you work with real time, when you are working in the real time or when you are attending with interviews. In case of if you want to write a program in the laptop or in the system, if you want to begin write in a program in the laptop or in the system, first you have to make sure that you have to make sure that your system or your laptop is ready with all the required things. What exactly that particular setup, what exactly that particular setup need to be done. Let's see that. Let's understand. Let's understand what exactly that particular setup need to be done. Let's see here. For that, we can considering the selenium setup. I mean, before getting started working with the selenium, before getting started working with the selenium, we need to begin make sure that we need to begin make sure that in completing that particular selenium setup activity. So what exactly that steps need to be done? What exactly that particular steps need to be done? Let's see here. For that, for that, the very first activity, the very first activity, download and install. Download and install. The very first activity, download and install jdk.exe. The very first activity mentioning that download and install jdk.exe. That is what first step. After that, after that, considering that, considering that download, download and copy, download and copy Eclipse IDE. Download and copy Eclipse IDE. The one you're taking with, the one you're taking with, download and install jdk.exe. First step. First step, download and install jdk.exe. First activity. Second thing, download and copy Eclipse IDE. Download and copy Eclipse IDE. After that, after that, download, download Selenium jar files. Download Selenium jar files to local system. Download, download Selenium jar files. Download Selenium jar files to local system. Download Selenium jar files to local system. And okay, and download Selenium jar files to local system. And add to project. Download Selenium jar files. Download Selenium jar files to local system and add to project. Okay. After that, after that, download. Okay. Download. Okay. Download driver.exe exe file. Download driver.exe file based on browser. Download driver.exe file. Download driver.exe file based on browser. Based on browser. Now, considering that Chrome browser, considering that Chrome browser required Chrome driver dot exe, required Chrome driver dot exe. Another one taking with Firefox browser. Considering that gecko driver dot exe. Considering that gecko driver dot exe. And then considering that Edge browser. Considering that Edge browser. Mentioning about Edge driver dot exe. Edge driver dot exe. Now, whenever you want to be get started working with Selenium, whenever you want to be get started working with Selenium, or before getting started working with the Selenium, first you have to make sure that your Selenium, your system or your laptop is ready with all these particular setup. In that first step, what is the first step? Download and install jdk.exe. So the very first step, download and install jdk.exe. You need to be get already working Java. As part of Java, you're already done with that. Not like again need to go with reinstalling. As part of Java, you are already done with that particular part. Just you have to make sure that JDK got installed. Okay. What is the next one? Download and copy Eclipse ID. This part also already done. This particular part also already done. As part of Java, you're already done with JDK. You're already done with the JDK, and then you have been done with considering the taking with this particular Eclipse here. So JDK and Eclipse already installed. You're already working. Continued with the same, not like disturbing that. Addition of those two things. What is the next step need to be done? Download Selenium jar files to local system. First you have to download jar files to local system. First you need to download jar files to local system. Once you download it, you downloaded jar files to local system and add it to project and add it to project. First we will download Selenium jar files to local system and add it to project. So how to download, how to add it, everything we'll understand. And then we are taking with the next activity. What is the next step? Download driver.exe file based on browser. You need to download driver.exe file. You need to download driver.exe file based on browser. Based on browser, you need to get download. Based on browser, you need to get download driver.exe file. Okay. And then that particular one, assume that you want to be work with Chrome browser. If you want to work with Chrome browser, what is the driver you want to download? Chrome driver.exe. If you want to download Firefox browser, what need to be downloaded? Gecko driver.exe. If you want to download, if you want to work with Edge browser, what you have to download? Edge driver.exe. That means what exactly the browser you want to work. Don't be confused here. Not like you are installing the browser. Don't be confused at all. Browser already installed in your laptop. Browser already installed, already available in your laptop here. Okay. Just you are taking care about downloading driver.exe file. Downloading driver.exe file to work with browsers available in your system. So let's understand in a very detailed of all these steps here. JDK, you're already knowing. Eclipse, you're already clear on that. Taking with the third step. What is the third step it got mentioned? Download Selenium jar files to local system. How to do that? Let's understand the steps. So how we can download Selenium jar files. Let's understand the step. Make a note of the steps for that. You guys need to be very clear. You guys need to be very comfortable with all the installation steps. All these particular setup, you guys need to be very clear on that. In case of any of one particular step doing in a wrong way or not done in the proper way, you cannot continue writing the Selenium program. At any cost, you have to make sure that this particular Selenium setup has been done. This particular Selenium setup need to be get done in the correct way here. So let's understand in a very detail. So now we need to be get understand working with jar files here. So how we can download this particular Selenium jar files. How we can download this particular Selenium jar files here. So for that, make a note of the step. Make a note of the step. Take with the first step. Take with the first step. Open Selenium URL. Take with the first step. Take with the first step. Open Selenium URL. Take with the first step. Open Selenium URL. Online students also, all the online students also, please take care about this particular step. All the online students also, please take care about this particular step. Just make a note of this particular step. Take with the first step, open Selenium URL and make a note of this URL. Make a note of that URL. Okay, right. See the first step, the first step mentioning that open Selenium URL. Okay, after that, see the next step. Just this URL, it can directly open in browser. It can be any browser. It can be any browser. You can just use it. Once you open this URL, you will get the first option. What is the first option? Selenium server. Great. We are not worried about on this. We are not worried about the grid. Let's come down. Getting with the option. What is option you got? Selenium clients and WebDriver language bindings. So that particular Selenium clients and WebDriver language bindings. We required the option of WebDriver language bindings. Now you can write with next step, considering that navigate to WebDriver language bindings here. Navigate to WebDriver language bindings. Navigate to WebDriver language bindings. At any cost, you have to take care about. At any cost, you have to take care about all these particular steps here. You need to be very careful. Anything not done in the correct way, you cannot go with working with the Selenium program. So considering that, navigate to WebDriver, WebDriver language bindings. Okay. After that, now you got different languages. What are the options you got? C#, Ruby, Java, Python, JavaScript. So what we are working? Java. We are working with this particular Java. So that particular option you will have, that you will take stable, the current version. Considering that Selenium 4, that is what the version we are working with, Selenium 4. While working with the Selenium 4, we got an option taking with this particular 7.2. This particular version 4 will be the stable. That 4 will be the stable. The version 7.2, 7.3, 7.4 regularly it will be changing it. So that part nothing to worry here. Now you need to begin taking with the next step. You need to begin taking with the next step. Click on Java. Click on Java hyphen stable of 4.4.7.2 option. It can be changing it. So today it is 4.7.2. Maybe by tomorrow it can become in a 4.7.3 also. So that nothing to worry. 4 will be the constant only. That version 7.2, 7.3 regularly it will be updating it. Nothing to worry. So you need to begin. Click on. You need to begin. Click on Java hyphen stable of 4.7.2. Just if you just click on that, it is downloading one zip file. It is downloading one particular zip file. Okay. It will download it. It will download it. Now see the next step here. See the next step. What is the next step is in your local system. In your local system. Whatever your local system is there, in your local system, you have to create one folder. What is the folder name? Jar files. As simple as you can mention. Next step, create one new folder, or else as simple as create new folder. Create new folder in any drive. In any drive. It can be C drive, D drive, whatever it can be. Providing the folder name considering that jar files. Providing the folder name considering that jar files. You have to, you need to create new folder. What is the folder name? What is the folder name? Jar files here. That folder need to be get create in any drive. It can be C drive, D drive, whatever it can be. After that, copy downloaded, whatever the folder is downloaded, copy downloaded folder to jar files folder. Copy downloaded folder to jar files folder. Copy downloaded folder to jar files folder. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of this statement? Now we can see we got downloaded the one particular folder. If we go to downloads, what is the folder we downloaded? Selenium-Java 4.7.2. This is it downloaded. Just copy it as it is. Copy it. Now where you have to provide? Where you have to provide? Jar files folder. You have to provide jar files folder. You guys directly can copy. I'm just creating one folder because my system lot of versions I got. I just created. Now you need to begin. Provide that particular folder. You downloaded Selenium folder. That Selenium folder you have been copied to jar files folder. Okay. Now take with the next step. Now take with the next step. Considering that perform right click, perform right click on, perform right click, perform right click and click on extract all, extract all, extract here option. Perform right click, perform right click and click on extract all, extract all or extract here option. Perform right click and click on extract all or extract here option. Now we can see here. Now we can see that we got this is in a zip file. You need to take right click. Once you done right click, what is option? What is option? Extract all or extract here. You will get an option that extract all or extract files or taking with extract here. I'm just using this option extract here. You may also get this window saying that already file is existing. Already file is existing. You can mention that, you can just mention that as, or you can mention that as to all. Just you can mention that as to all. Considering that you got downloaded one particular zip file. Once you downloaded that particular zip file, you have to extract. So now we done with one particular step. Considering that download Selenium jar files to local system. One part we done. We downloaded jar files to local system. See the steps what we done. See the steps what we done. What is the first step? What is the first step? We need to open Selenium URL. First step, we need to get open Selenium URL. This is your Selenium URL. After that, navigate to WebDriver language bindings. Navigate to WebDriver language bindings. Okay. After that, click on Java stable 4.7.2. After that, create jar files folder. Okay. After that, copy downloaded folder to jar files folder. After that, perform extract all or extract here. So all the jar files will be there. You will get lot of jar files. All these are considered as a jar files. Lot of jar files will be there. You got one folder. What is a folder? Lib folder. Under the lib folder also, what you will get? Jar files. Under the lib folder also, you will get jar files here. So what are all jar files? How many jar files? You are not worried. What are all jar files? How many jar files? You are not worried. Just you have to take care about in downloading. You have to take care about in downloading all the required jar files to local system. Now you completed the activity. You completed the activity of downloading jar files to local system. That is first activity. That is one step. After that, what need to be done? Once you download a jar files, what is the next activity? You need to add it to project. How to add it to the project? We'll take into the next step. That we'll understand. For now, let's complete another one. What is the next step? Download driver.exe file. But driver.exe file based on browser, not mandatory to download all the drivers, not like mandatory to download all the drivers according to your requirement. If you want to work with Chrome browser, you have to download Chrome driver. If you want to work with Firefox, you have to download Gecko driver. According to your requirement, you need to be get downloaded. So let's see that how exactly we can download. Let's see that how exactly we can download this particular step. Let's understand. So now we need to be get download. We need to be get download this particular driver.exe file. So how to download this particular driver.exe file? Okay, let's see that. For that, see the steps to be followed. Now, considering that taking with this particular, considering that taking with driver.exe file. Now, that particular one, see the steps to be followed. What exactly the steps to be followed? For that, again, you will just taking with the Google page. You'll just taking with this particular Google page. Now, in this particular Google page, you are typing it. What do you have to type? Chrome driver.exe download. Chrome driver.exe download. So you need to be get type as Chrome driver.exe download. Then you will be getting with first step only. You need to be get go to this particular URL. You need to be just go to this particular URL. Make a note of this URL. Make a note of this particular URL. Online students also, all the online students also, please take care about all this setup. Anything is missing, not able to work. You need to be very careful. With all these particular settings here. Right. Now, I can say that this particular one, we need to be get mentioning that Chrome driver.exe for Chrome browser. Okay, done. Okay. Right. So now you need to go to this particular URL for downloading Chrome driver dot for downloading Chrome driver dot exe for downloading Chrome driver dot exe you need to go to this particular URL. Now we can see here. If we go to this URL, see the options here, see the option. It is clearly saying that what it is mentioned, Chrome driver. What is the version? 109, 109. This driver 109 you have to download in case your Chrome version. What is your Chrome version? 109. That means according to the browser version. See the understanding. See the understanding. According to the browser version, you have to download driver.exe file. If browser higher version, driver also higher version. Browser is lower version, then driver also lower version. As simple as in your system, browser is higher version, driver also higher version. Assume that your browser 109, but you are downloading driver 108, then it will not be working. If browser is higher version, your driver also higher version. That is how you need to download. That is how you need to be download. Now you need to be get click on. You need to be get click on this option of Chrome driver. You need to be get click on option of Chrome driver. Considering that, click on Chrome driver option, based on your Chrome version, Okay. After that, first you are taking with opening that particular URL. You are just opening that particular URL, and then you have to click on Chrome driver dot or Chrome driver option based on your Chrome version. So now mentioning that click on see the option. This is Linux, this is Mac, and this is Windows. You need to download Windows. Considering that, click on Chrome driver underscore Win32 option. Click on Chrome driver. Chrome driver underscore Win32 option. Click on Chrome driver underscore Win32 option. Even though your laptop, your operating system 64-bit doesn't make any problem, you need to click on Chrome driver dot, click on Chrome driver underscore Win32 option. Next, you will be taking it, mentioning the create folder in any drive. Create folder in any drive. That particular folder. Considering that, taking with Chrome driver. That particular folder, considering that Chrome driver. Create folder. Considering that Chrome driver in any drive. You have to create one particular folder. You need to create one particular folder. You need to be just go with in creating with folder in any drive. Then taking with next step, taking with next step, copy, copy this particular, copy this particular, it will download as zip file to, to Chrome driver, Chrome driver folder, to Chrome driver folder. Copy, copy Chrome driver underscore win32.zip to Chrome driver folder. Then mentioning that perform, perform, right click, perform, right click, and click on extract. Okay. Perform extract files, or extract here. Perform, right click and click on extract files or extract here option. Perform, right click, perform, right click and click on extract here or extract file option. So before getting started working with the Selenium, you guys need to be get comfortable taking care about all these steps. You need to be more careful. You need to be more careful with all these particular steps. Any one particular step is missing, you will not be able to work with. This is what you need to be get consider taking with Chrome driver.exe. This is what you will be taking with Chrome driver.exe. Now you can see here. So the steps to be followed. You are just opening with Google page. In the Google page, what you will type? Chrome driver.exe download. Then it will be taking with first option. Then based on your Chrome version, you can get a doubt how we can know what is our Chrome version. To cross check that, what is your Chrome version. In your system, you can refer control panel. What is it? Control panel. I mean, to cross check that, what is your browser version. You can go with control panel. Once you go with control panel, you can use the option. What is option? Programs. You can just go with this particular one, uninstall a program. Then you will get list of your softwares. Now my system, see the Chrome. What is the version? 108. That means what is the driver I have to download? 108. So that particular driver I need to download. It will download as a zip file. Once it is downloaded, what is the next step? You have to create one folder. What is a folder? Chrome driver. You have to create one folder, Chrome driver. I created as drivers. Under that, you will have, you need to copy your Chrome driver. Once you copied, what is the last step? Right click on, you need to get taking with, right click and then taking with extract file or extract here. So once you've done extract, you will be getting with Chrome driver. Having the Chrome driver option, just one file you will get. Not like installing. You are not installing. Just you are maintaining in your local system. Just you are maintaining your local system. Done. The same thing you can follow. The same thing you can follow for. The same thing you can follow for Firefox browser also. The same thing you can follow Firefox browser. For Firefox browser, what you have to download? geckodriver.exe for Firefox browser. For Firefox browser, geckodriver.exe, geckodriver.exe for Firefox browser. That particular one, again, you need to begin taking with, this particular Google. Now, what you have to type? geckodriver.exe, geckodriver.exe. You will get that particular URL. Make a note of that particular URL. Just make a note of that particular URL. Based on your comfortable, either you can work with Chrome browser or you can work with Firefox browser. Not like mandatory of all browsers, based on your comfortable, you can download any of that particular driver. If you want to work with Chrome, you can go with Chrome. If you want to work with Firefox, you can go with Firefox. According to your requirement, you need to taking care about downloading the required driver.exe file here. Just make a note of that URL. Okay. Right. After that, the concept will be the same. Again, you will able to see all the options here. You will be having with Gecko driver, Linux, taking the Mac, taking with the Windows. That Windows I got an option 64, 32. If your laptop, if your operating system 64-bit, you can go with 64. If your operating system 32-bit, you can go with 32-bit. Chrome browser, only one option, but Firefox, you got two options here, 64 and 32. According to your operating system, you need to begin taking with clicking on that particular option. You will click on that, it will download it. Again, create one folder, Firefox driver, copy to that particular folder. Once you done, copy to that particular folder, you will be taking Gecko driver. Doing right click. Once you done, right click. What is option? Extract a file or extract here. Whatever the options you got. According to a laptop, once you're done with the right click, extract here, extract all, extract files, whatever that option is there, you will be taking that particular option. Just you have to extract it, you will be taking with Gecko driver. Again, all the drivers based on your local system, based on your local system, you are downloading. I mean, into your local system, you have to download. Based on the browser, browser is higher version, driver also higher version. Browser is lower version, driver also lower version. So this is what you have to make sure that completing this particular setup. Now in your local system, jar files will be available, drivers also available. Done. See the steps here. See the steps. Considering that first step, what is the first step? This particular Selenium setup, download JDK and install. After that, copy Eclipse ID. After that, download Selenium jar files to local system. After that, add it to project. What is the next step? Download driver.exe file based on browser to local system. You are just downloading to local system. Jar files, you have to add it to project. But driver, just you are taking to local system. Not like to install. So before getting started working with the Selenium, you have to make sure that your setup has been completed with all the steps. In the interview, before writing the program or in the real time, started working with the Selenium, you have to make sure that completing these steps. So we got JDK, we got Eclipse, we got jar files, we got taking with driver. Now need to understand add it to project. So how we can add jar files to project? How we can add jar files to project? Make a note of the steps. Take with the heading. Steps to add jar files. Take with the heading. Steps to add jar files to project. Take with the heading. Steps to add jar files to project. Take with heading. Steps to add jar files to project. Take with the steps to add jar files to project. Okay. Take with the first step. Take with the steps. Take the steps in a clear way. Take with the first step. Create new Java project. 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 Okay. Take with the next step. Perform perform, right click, perform, right click on created project. 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 Take with the next step. Take with the next step. Navigate to, navigate to, navigate to build path option. 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 And same step only. Same step. Navigate to build path option. And click on configure build path option. Click on configure build path option and click on configure build path option and click on configure build path option. Okay. See the whole statement. Navigate to build path option and click on configure build path option. Okay. Next. Take with the next step. Take with the next step. Take with the next step. Click on Libraries tab. 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 Now, take with the next step. Take with the next step. Click on class path option. 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 Within a brackets, optional. Within a brackets, optional. Within a brackets, optional. Within a brackets, optional. Okay. Take the next step. Take the next step. Click on add external jars button. 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 Okay. Take the next step. Take the next step. Browse, browse, browse all Selenium jar files. Browse, browse all Selenium jar files. Browse, browse all Selenium jar files. Browse all Selenium jar files. Browse all Selenium jar files. Take with the next step. Take with the next step. Click on open button. Click on open button. Click on open button. Click on open button. Take with the last step. Click on apply and close button. 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 Just cross check with the step. What is the first step written? Create new Java project. After that, perform right click on created project. What is the next step? Navigate to build path option and click on configure build path. Okay. What is the next one? Click on libraries tab. Okay. After that, click on class path option within a brackets optional. What is the next step? Click on add external jars button. Okay. After that, browse all Selenium jar files. Okay. After that, click on open button. Okay. After that, click on apply and close button. So before getting started working with the Selenium, you have to make sure that all these setup need to be done. So for tomorrow, make sure that your system, laptop is ready with all the things. Just make sure that jar files downloaded and then driver.exe file downloaded. Make sure that your system is ready with all these particular setup. Once all the setup is done, then we can get started writing the Selenium program. So from tomorrow, we are going to start it writing with our actual Selenium program. Tomorrow is Thursday. Okay. Very good day. We got to start our Selenium program. So from tomorrow, we'll be getting started with our first program of Selenium. That is what you are going to understand. Your actual job role as the automation tester. So as the automation tester, once you got a job, what need to be done in the real time, that is what you are going to start from tomorrow. So that will do. But before that, please take care about the setup. Along with that, please refresh all the concepts of object identification. All the concepts of object identification along with that core Java concepts. Please take care about these things. By that, very easily we can start writing the program in Selenium here. Okay. So take care about all these things here. Carry on. Thank you.